Hello.
Good
This
morning.
is, I'm here with this beautiful woman, Tory, who is one of my clients in the transformation coaching tribe that we have going on in our magical manifestation mastermind. And I am Tara Nolan at transformationtara.com. And in my business, we guide women to really listen to their heart and follow their soul calling and build higher levels of success around it. And Tori is here. She has been with me. How long have you been with me now?
I started the 90-day transformation in April of 2020.
So we're
So,
in 2 years of
yes.
going on your second year of mastermind work together. And uh, why did you first, if you could just share, why did you first come to work with me? Oops, got a problem here. That's okay. Why did you first come to work with the mastermind anyway, or to work with me and do a coaching program?
Well, I had been struggling for several years in corporate America. I just wasn't fulfilled anymore in my current role. And I was just trying to figure it out and really needed just some extra guidance to kind of push me in the right direction.
And what did your life look like then?
I was in a systems analyst role, and I felt like I was just a hamster on the wheel. It was kind of the daily grind, same old thing day in and day out, and I just wasn't happy. I was just kind of numb almost, I guess you would say.
Numb?
Yeah,
Like just going through the same motions was just not feeling anymore?
right, right.
Yeah, that's not a way to live.
No, it
So
wasn't.
no. So what is the difference of where you were at then and where you're at now? Could you share with everyone?
Well, I started my own business in June of 2020, and I was working it alongside my full-time job, my corporate job. And
So from
then
starting with me in April, I'm just trying to get it, May, June. So within 60 days, you started your own business. And when you
correct.
started the program with me, did you even know what the business would be?
No, no.
You didn't even know what it was. You just knew you wanted to change. You didn't know what kind of job or business you wanted to
Right,
do, what change
right.
you wanted. But you just got in the program within 2 months. You had started and you'd figure out what you got clear on what you wanted, started a new business. That's so awesome.
Yeah,
So
it was
now,
pretty crazy because I'm not an impulsive person by any means. So for me
no.
to do that so quickly, it was pretty unusual.
And so that was over a year and a half ago almost, that you started the business. Um, and where are you at now?
Now I'm working my business full time. I decided to leave my corporate job a few months ago and pursue my organizing business full time. And it's so crazy how much happier, how much more like myself I feel. I had really lost myself, in the process before this. And now I just feel like so refreshed, and I'm learning so much about myself too, pushing myself to grow and out of my comfort zone. So it's been really, really great.
And what made the difference for you? How were you able to make this extreme change in your life to go from like you're on a hamster wheel feeling numb to now feeling like you're fulfilled and happy and you didn't imagine and you have your own business, and how are you able to make that change? I think people would wonder.
I think truly the accountability and just your guidance and just making me face, my fears and making me face my own truth and find my purpose. So I can't even explain it. It's just so it's almost like an out of body experience too.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you tap into purpose, I think it's just a key that all of life changes.
Mhm.
And you can't possibly know what that is until you
Right.
do the work to get there.
Right. Because I had been struggling for probably 7 or 8 years before I reached out to
Yeah.
you. And just I didn't know which way to go. I didn't know what to do. So having somebody to, be that accountability person and talk through all of my thoughts and where I want to go and what I want to do, and just having that help and guidance was huge.
And And I will thank you. I'm so glad because I love watching you grow and evolve. And I think having someone that is an expert in it or does this for a living versus, I mean, because you could have talked to your friends about it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And I had, but obviously that wasn't helping. So like I said,
No,
having
friends kind of
somebody that
support you. Friends can, with the good-hearted intentions, friends can kind of support you in your misery and be like, "Yeah, that
right,
is terrible."
right,
And you
because
don't really,
they were pretty much in the same place.
yeah, they're like you don't actually make those major life changes to to creating something so different in your life. So that
Yeah.
is pretty amazing that you went from, like you said, emotionally feeling a little numb and bored, and 7 or 8 years of the same thing, kind of
Hmm.
struggling really emotionally
Hmm.
and making money. I mean, I know you were a success
Yeah. Yeah.
financially. How we look at a success in the United States isn't always how we feel on the inside,
Right.
and and I'm glad that you were, what it takes some courage to step out and actually say, yes, I want some support in making a
Hmm.
difference, and I actually
Hmm.
want to do it. But I
Yeah.
know it was still scary for you. So you made the difference. You started the business. Then there was some fear around leaving the current corporation and
Mm-hmm.
the stable income. And now you
Right.
started your own. And now you are going on after, doing a 90-day program, a year program with me and going on to a second year. What makes you want to continue in a mastermind program with our business?
Just, I mean, being happy, feeling like myself again, and really just, I want to see what else I can do. And I've come so far in really a short amount of time. So I'm so excited to see what else I can come up with and where I can be a year from now.
I love that. I mean, I completely agree. Once you like do the healing work and step out of your comfort zone and then you create something new, then it's like, what's the next level and the
Hmm.
potential?
Hmm.
And you have had great success. You've built a team of people. You have been on several television appearances, right? A couple at
Yeah,
least.
yeah, I did. I think it was 6 segments now on WBAY TV too. So those have been really, really fun.
Yeah. And what if people in the Wisconsin area want to get some home organizing? How would they reach you?
They can find me on Facebook. I have it's Feel at Home by Tory Muck, or even on my website, or they can give me a call not at 920-475-6722.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
I do free consultations too. So
I love to share that because I will just share with everyone that when I help support people find their gift, I'm like, oh my God, I want to take advantage of their gifts because you're just so good. So I've had Tori come up and help me totally organize my life, and it helps me to be a more productive uh, mother and professional in my business because I just have this sense of ease that everything is like I know where everything is. It's organized. It's beautiful. I walk into the pantry, the closet. Everything's beautiful. You're so good at what you do,
thank
and
you.
and you come over and you're just so happy when you do it. And I'm like, I hate that kind of work.
Yeah,
You know,
and I take it for granted because it does come so naturally to me. It's just like, I think it was you that had said, you make it like a big puzzle. And so I'm just, putting things together, putting them back together so they look good and it makes sense for you and your lifestyle. And even
yeah.
recently, I worked with your daughter, and she was so great. She came up with her own little system, of communication for yes, what she was going to keep, and no, what she wasn't going to keep. So
Yeah,
I never know what I'm going to run into, which makes it even more fun.
every day is different. You're guiding an executive mother. You're guiding a 6-year-old. I was like, okay, and I'm saying that because if people are watching this, that's what I did. I was like, I'm busy. I've got other things, but yes, I want her toys. The old toys gone. I want her drawers redone. I want everything organized. That's days and time of work for me to do, and like, I'm busy keeping my life
Mhm,
going, and what I coach people on, as is really like staying in your zone of genius, doing
mhm,
what you love and what you're good at, because that's how you actually, you feel happier and you make more money and you help more people. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
to have you come over and share your gift, and then I just let you and my beautiful little girl handle it, and she loved it. She's like, done, done with
Yeah.
that old stuffed animal. Get rid of it. It was just great.
Yeah.
So I think but I think that it's really a cool message to share that you don't always even know what your purpose, what your gift is.
Right.
But you have to be willing to take this step and explore it and imagine that life could be different, stepping outside of your comfort zone.
Hmm. And I think it's, like you mentioned, you don't even know what your gift is sometimes. Like I didn't. I was naturally an organized person, and I just always lived that way. So to be able to share that with people and make their house and their lives run so much better by doing what I love is just, I can't even describe it. It's so amazing and awesome.
It And that's how it should feel when you step into like doing what you're supposed to be doing. That's how I feel about my business. I feel
Hmm.
so excited and fulfilled to watch you,
Hmm.
thrive, and then you come and help me, and that's fulfilling. Like why can't we all live a bit more fulfilled and happy and
Right.
passionate? And one of our beautiful viewers, who's also a past client, Bonnie, she said, "And being excited for life," and
Hmm.
it's true. You know, like just get falling in love with your life again and
Hmm.
feeling like back to yourself again. That's just
Right.
so powerful. So, would you recommend the transformation coaching program through transformationterror.com and the masterminds? And if so, who would you recommend it to?
Oh gosh, yeah, I would absolutely recommend it to anyone that is struggling, and they feel like there's more out there. There's more out there to my life, that I want to do, but they may, even if they don't know what they want to do or where they want to go, you can definitely help guide them and help them discover what they're supposed to be doing and what their next chapter of their life is. So, yeah, definitely. I mean, anyone struggling.
Yeah, next steps, looking for next steps, higher potential living. And was there anything that was either you can choose? Was it something that was your favorite aspect of the mastermind, or something that really surprises you about the work that we do? Or you can answer both. I don't care.
I think the most surprising thing is how things from your past that you kind of shove down into you kind of bury it essentially, how that still affects you and you don't realize it, and just dealing with those past traumas or issues that you didn't really think were issues anymore. That was huge for me and surprising. Um,
Yeah, they create stories in your mind that you
yeah,
don't even realize because it's just how you think. So you
right.
don't know to change your way of thinking because it's how you've always been thinking for 40 years or whatever. Yeah, it's really
Absolutely.
crazy.
Yeah.
You have to shift that. That's a big thing. We talk about like managing the mind.
Hmm. And just having the support of the group. I mean, the whole mastermind group is awesome because we're all at very different areas in our stages in our lives and businesses, and that's just cool to have that network to be able to talk to one another and understand what each other is going through. And like you and your coaching staff is fantastic. I mean, we can get a hold of you whenever we need, with Voxer or whatever. We just reach out and we can we can tell you, hey Tara, I'm working on this, or this keeps coming up. Help me out. And you guys respond really quickly and are so helpful.
Thank you. I'm glad. And I love it when you do reach out. I want to help people. That's why I'm doing this. Like I want to hear from people. I want to reach out. I want them to reach out, all of you. And yeah, it is. We really have our own tribe of women that are all helping raise each
Mhm.
other up, and like-minded, driven, spirit-minded,
Yeah.
love leaders, I like to say.
And
So
just so supportive of one another. I mean, I can't
yeah.
even, yeah. I'm so glad to have met all of them, and there's always new people coming to the group, and they bring different perspectives and different ways of doing things. So it's really awesome. Nothing that you could learn in college for sure.
Yeah, right. People invest in school in different degrees. It's like
Mhm.
invest in your happiness and in actually learning how to put all of this knowledge and schooling into a business and really build a business around it. And that's
Right.
what we do, you know. So it's a completely different investment that's really
Yeah,
needed, I think, for
I
most
think
people that
so.
don't recognize it. Yeah.
Mm.
Um, well, thank you so much for joining today and sharing. You know, I will just say if you're watching this live or soon, we one of the really fun things that we do, which I think is one of the deepest things we do, and Tori's partaken in it, is the events, and we
Mhm.
do them both live and virtual, and we have some upcoming events. We have a big one coming up this November for 3 days. You might be watching this in the future, and then just check out our transformationterror.com and click on events because have you had any experience in the events or how they've helped you or been?
Yeah. Again, it just helps you peel back the layers, and just again find yourself in a whole different way, as well as building on those relationships. Everybody, there's a lot of girls from the mastermind that come into these sessions, and some that aren't in the mastermind yet. So you're meeting all kinds of different people, and it's just, yeah, it's a great group and opportunity to find yourself.
Yeah, you go so deep and you don't know where it's going to take you until you show up.
Right,
So,
right.
so check out Tori at Feel at Home. Is it feelathome.com?
Feel at home by torymuck.com.
Feel at Home by Tory Muck, like much,
Mhm.
M-U-C-H.
Yep.
Feel at Home by torymuck.com. And you can find her on Facebook. And she does life-changing work. And if you are looking to figure out purpose and soul calling, I would say check out transformationtarot.com or go to the same site and make the time to be at our events. Like give yourself
Mhm.
the gift of that time because that
Mhm.
is really an opportunity to get a taste and and make life-changing results in a few days. So just
Right.
like Tori did. So thank you so much for joining
thank,
today.
thank you.
And thank you. I'm honored to be a part of your journey. And I mean that. You trusted me and we have been through all this together and I've just watched you grow and evolve and become a really happy, beautiful version of you. And
Thank
thank
you.
you for sharing all of that with me.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Bye everyone. Thank you for tuning in.